Today I just want to talk about how to recognize and manage stress. So I made a few notes about it because I think it's important to know how to recognize and manage stress in your lives. So here are my notes. So at times I feel stress can build up in all of us. That's just something that happens. So stress can cause excessive worrying and inability to carry out things you would normally do with ease or with relative ease. Um, so for me, this can show up with things like an increased irritability and a negative thinking style. So amongst other things, are the kind of inability to focus and the kind of tunnel vision, if you will. So I think we all experience stress of some sort in some areas of our lives. So how we react and navigate that stress is very important. I mean, you can give a lot of time to it, or you can give it little or no time. Um, what I feel we have a tendency to do as human beings is give a lot of attention to the stress, and I don't think that's a good thing. So stress can be useful at times. It motivates us to get stuff done, but too much of it can cause us to become overwhelmed and simply freeze. I feel that at many stages, stress has caused me to freeze, and that's obviously not a good thing. But now I'm more self-aware, and I think I can just give it the attention it demands, or requires is a better word. So it's important to realize and accept that you can't control everything. I mean, there's no way you can control everything, and once you realize that and accept that, that makes it a lot more digestible and tolerable. So wasting time stressing about things you cannot control is wasted energy. The sooner you realize that, the better. The less stress you will be. And I think it's true that when you realize and accept the things you can't control, that's like a magic solution, if you will. So things to do in order to limit stress is what I have next. Things that work for me, and hopefully they'll work for you. So I have often went down the rabbit hole of excessive worry about future events, things that have caused me a lack of sleep and low mood, as well as other symptoms. And the only thing that I have found to be helpful is think about two outcomes. 1 plus 2. Two outcomes instead of an unlimited amount that will cause you time, will cause you to give it a completely unwarranted amount of time to thinking on it. So either A will happen or B will happen. So A being positive and B being negative. So limit your worry to two outcomes, two options. This lowers your stress and clears your mind. I will admit sometimes your brain will wander and simply bring it back. Realize that it's going wandering and just bring it back. Limit the options to 2 as soon as you catch yourself going down the rabbit hole. So A will happen or B will happen. There's nothing more than that you need to worry about. So what's the worst thing that could happen and what's the best thing? So A might happen or B might happen. So if it's a job interview, either you might get given the job or you might not get given the job. That's only two things instead of kind of a flurry of chaos in the unknown. And there's no point in going down that rabbit hole. So just A or B, simplify it. That's it. So for me, stress can cause a lack of appetite, irritability, poor concentration, inability to think about anything else. So the tunnel vision or the tunnel state of mind. So poor sleep, an intense want or need to discover the end result of the issue. So wanting to know the future. Obviously you don't know. No one can know the future. So inability to enjoy the things that I once did. So excessive stress is just a waste of energy that can cause or result in your inability to enjoy life. So remember, bring it back to A or B thinking. Next time the rabbit hole is trying to draw you in, just say, whoa, no, A or B. It's A or B state of mind. That's it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.